Hi everyone, or should I say aloha. This is Leslie coming to you live from the Wailea Beach Resort in Wailea, Maui. While we wait for people to join us today, I just would love to find out where you are coming from. So if you can share with me where you're watching from, that would be awesome. As I mentioned, I am coming live from the Wailea Beach Resort, which is a Marriott property here on the Wailea side, or the Wailea area of Maui. As always, please feel free to share with us your comments or questions. We absolutely love hearts, likes, and wows. Also, let me know, I hope you can hear me okay. There is this really annoying thing called the ocean with waves crashing behind me that I'm trying to let you see, but hopefully it is not impending or impeding you being able to hear me. So hi Colleen, hi Christy, hi Mike, hi Alexis, hi Stacy. Thanks so much for joining me today. As I mentioned, I'm on location today in the beautiful Wailea area of Maui at the Wailea Beach Resort for this episode of Love Where You Live, Give Where You Love. Today we are going to be talking about adding value to your home, and not just the typical way and the straightforward way that you might find in an article when you Google it. So I want to share some of my thoughts and expertise on the issue. Aloha to you too, Mike. So again, as we wait for a few others to join us, again, if you want to share where you're coming from, as I've mentioned, I am here in Wailea. I have run up and down the path. I have walked up and down the path and seen all the beautiful properties here, whether it's the property that we're at, which is the Wailea Beach Resort, or the Grand Wailea, the Four Seasons, or the Fairmont Kealani, or even the Andaz. They're all beautiful properties here in the Wailea area of Maui. And just behind me, well, you can probably see that guy over there. There's a paddleboarder. But then behind me, well, let's see, behind me over there is actually the island of Lanai. Hi, Liz. Hi, Jen. Thanks so much for joining me. Yeah, it's a tough life, but somebody's got to do it. As I mentioned last week, I'm here because I'm scouting some properties. And again, it's a tough life, but somebody's got to do it. And I am still here, of course, doing my episode of Love Where You Live, Give Where You Love, because I'm going to share some great information and hopefully helpful information for you, so that when you are attempting to make changes to your home, that you have some guidance and some clarity. Of course, if in this live Facebook Live video at any point, if you have any questions, of course, feel free to type them or write a comment. But if you think of something later and you want to contact me directly, you can always call at 949-444-1601, or you can email at info@swanteamoc.com. All the information I'm going to be talking to you about today is all information that is shared on the blog, which is on the website, www.theswanteamoc.com. And simply in the top right-hand corner, there is a button where you click and it says blog, and it will give you the most up-to-date blog post. Of course, there is also a link in the description, so feel free to click on that to see additional information about what I'm going to cover today. Of course, you can also always subscribe to different information that we offer, which is there is the Orange County monthly housing report. We also have the weekly blog, and we also have the monthly newsletter that you can subscribe to, and that is all available if you go to our Facebook homepage and just look to the left, and there are links that will take you right to subscribing and getting those, as well as you can subscribe or get a copy of the seller or buyer guidebook that I have discussed in previous Love Where You Live, Give Where You Love episodes. But you can, again, get all the detailed information as well, in addition to looking in the video links at the past post. Hi, Phil. Thanks so much for joining us today. So, again, I will be looking for your comments and questions as we move along and discussing value of your property and how to add value and how to maximize value in your property. So we can get started. And the first thing to actually describe to you is the definition of value, because sometimes I think we all have the general idea of what value is, but I like to always go to dictionary or dictionary.com and find out what the definition of value is. So it is the regard that something is held to deserve the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. So having said that, as I mentioned, I get asked all the time, so, how do I increase the value or maximize the value when I'm going to maybe make a change or an update to my home? And there are two things that you really have to look for, or there are two different types of value that I think you really need to consider. There is the resale value, and then there is the value in the sense of your personal use and enjoyment. And I think that sometimes people don't add enough weight to that second one of adding or thinking of the value that you will get out of making that update or enhancement to your home. Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining us, and I'm glad you like the background. So again, you can Google and look for plenty of things that if you're going to sell your house in the next 3 to 6 months, the quick ways to add value to your home. But in many cases, many of you are looking to stay in your home for the next 5 to 10 years, and you want to make sure that you make the right decisions when it comes to doing perhaps that kitchen remodel, the bathroom remodel, adding to the backyard, just adding things to your house so that when the time comes and you do want to sell in, let's say, 10 years, that you don't have to rework everything you did, or you don't recoup that value. So that's what we will be discussing today. And again, as always, continue, if there are any points you like, feel free to love, like, wow, and of course, always welcome the questions that you have. So the first thing that I want you to think of, if you are going to, again, be planning on making a change or an update to your home, and you're still planning on staying in your house for the next 5 to 10 years, is I want you to think timeless. Oftentimes, we all have our own different styles and different likes for how we want our homes to look. And I love that everyone can have their own personal style. When it comes to your home, if you want to be able to maximize the value in making those changes and adjustments, for the big ticket items, you need to think timeless. And so I guess I'll first start by saying think timeless. Things that aren't going to be dated in 4 years, or when you think back to the 70s and those things that were, that you cringe now when you go into a home that was built in the 70s and nothing has ever changed. Thinking timeless is your friend when making an update or making a change to your home. Having said that, then what you need to do is divide your value-added items into 2 different categories, which are your built-to-last items versus your fads and trends. Your built-to-last items are going to be your bigger ticket items like cabinets, counters, flooring, the expensive furniture, versus the fads that could potentially be the pillows, the vases, the accessories, the wall art, a little ottoman, some of the smaller furniture pieces, and then the paint. The beauty of paint is that, if red is your favorite color right now and you desperately want to paint your room red, you can, because it can easily enough be painted more of a neutral color if you choose to sell your house. Now, if you decide to go with a red stone on your counters, then that's going to be a lot more expensive to replace, or even potentially if you went with a red cabinet. Of course, it can be painted as well, but painting cabinets is typically more expensive than painting walls. So those are things that you need to think about. Again, thinking of, okay, I'm going to make the decision on things like cabinets and counters, and I'm going to think past 5 years, maybe past 10 years even, so that the buyer 10 years from now will still appreciate the update you made. Another thing that you want to do that, again, a great update that you will not only get a lot of value out of, but your potential future buyer is going to get a lot out of, is keeping your house simple and stress-free. I mean, how nice would it be if your house was stress-free right now? That is one of the pitfalls sometimes of home ownership, is that there are things that go wrong in your house and you have to take care of it. Having said that, there are some things that you can do to minimize the maintenance that you have to do. So for example, when you're deciding on countertops, quartz right now is obviously a very hot trend, but it's also very easy to maintain in comparison to something like marble or granite, which has to be sealed, has to be cleaned. It's just a bit more challenging. Right now, if you like the look of wood, but you have kids that are going to absolutely tear the floors apart, then the wood look tile is a great option for you. And again, it's something that is going to last. And it's very simple and easy to maintain. You also want to make sure that, and again, this isn't like the fun, sexy, exciting things to do, but again, it's something that you're going to benefit from in the short term, and the potential buyer is going to benefit from in the long run. You want to make sure that your home is updated in the sense of the HVAC unit, the lighting, make sure you have LED lights, the water heater, because when that all of a sudden goes, then that's not so fun. So you want to make sure that that's well maintained. Again, that's something that in the short term you're going to obviously enjoy, and then a future buyer will be very impressed by, again, giving you peace of mind and giving them peace of mind as well that you've maintained the house well over the years. Another item that is a great way to add value, and I think I'm seeing perspiration, sorry. It is a little warm here. It is 84 degrees. I know. Here's my little violin that I'm playing. But you want to, a great way right now, especially because these days it's harder and harder to find a home on a large size lot. You do want to utilize, or you can only use so much square footage. You want to utilize your backyard, your side yard, your front yard as much as you possibly can to make it a living space. And so there are different things that you can do with that. Again, it's a great way, obviously, to enjoy living in your house on a day-to-day basis, and it's also very appealing to a potential buyer. And you want to make sure that that space is a low maintenance space. So, if you are going to add grass, you want to make sure that you have sprinklers. The last thing a new buyer wants to worry about is watering the grass. And these days, even millennials, they only know of a sprinkler or it's running through the sprinklers. I think that's the only reason they would see ever for one of those movable sprinklers. So again, a sprinkler system is key. Adding those little low maintenance things, maybe adding just artificial turf. That's a great water tolerant, very water savvy and efficient way to add value to your yard. And of course, things like built-in barbecues, built-in seating that, again, lends itself to an open space from the home to either the backyard, the side yard, the front yard, utilizing that space. And if you can have great sight lines from inside the house into some sort of feature in your backyard, that's all the better. Another way to add value to your home is oftentimes people want to add new technology, and that's great. And a lot of times that might even include, let's say, a sound system or surround sound. And I remember when we did that in our home 10, I guess it's actually been a lot more than 10 years ago. It's been 15 years ago, we added to our prior home, we added a surround sound system that we were super excited about. But it was wired. And these days, we all know that everything's wireless. And so all of those units are updated, not to mention most technology, things come out, a new version of something comes out every 6 to 12 months. So technology has typically been a very bad return on investment for homeowners. But there are a few things that you can actually add or enhance your home with that do actually add value and that potential buyers will be impressed with. These include programmable thermostats like Nest, the door locks that are automatic door locks, and security systems. Again, these are going to make your life easier because you'll be able to simply use a smartphone to unlock the front door if your child forgets their key or you need to let in a handyman or someone who needs to do work on your house and you're not there. And use your smartphone and make it really simple and really easy for you. So that, again, is going to, in the short term, you're going to enjoy the value and the usefulness of it. And then future buyers are going to be very impressed with your tech-savvy home. And I apologize. As you can see, I'm kind of turning this side because I do try to keep notes so that I can make sure that I cover everything with you. So again, those technologies, you just want to make sure that if you are spending a lot of money on them, that you will hopefully see return on them. Or, again, I guess it's up to you. If you like something so much and you don't want to see the return, then you have to be okay with that. And if you ever need help with determining a specific item, what you should do, or advice, certainly you can always call us at the Swan Team. You can call us at 949-444-1601, or you can email us at info@theswanteamoc.com. Speaking of which, if you are also interested in ever finding out how much your home is worth, and again, ideas maybe to increase the value of your home, if you are thinking of selling in the next 3 to 6 months, the next 2 to 4 years, the next 5 to 10 years, again, that's what we're here to help you do. So again, you can feel free to email us, call us, or even direct message us anytime on Facebook. I'd like to say, of course, thank you to everyone that always continues to refer their family and friends to us. We so greatly appreciate all the referrals. It means the world to us. And please keep them coming because we love working with your family and friends and treating them like our family and friends as well. And if there aren't any questions, everyone seems pretty quiet today. Maybe you guys are just appreciating the sounds of the waves and the birds in the background today. But again, if you have any questions about this information that I've discussed today, you can contact us directly, or you can go to the link in the description, which will take you directly to the blog post, or of course you can go to theswanteamoc.com and go to the upper right hand corner and click on blog, and that will take you to this most recent blog post as well as any of our past blog posts as well. Well, if there aren't any other comments or questions, then I think it's about time for me to sign off and head over to the pool because I'm ready to take a dip. I'm sorry, wish you all could be here. Maybe next time you can join me here in beautiful Maui. And of course, next week there will be another episode of Love Where You Live, Give Where You Love at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So definitely tune in and join me then. And as always, remember to love where you live, give where you love. This is Leslie signing off with a little hang loose and an aloha. Bye.